Hi everyone! So today we're doing the super ultimate tour in Coron. Let's go!
Alright, after 2 weeks in NIdo, we're finally leaving and we're going to Coron. Come join us for a 4.5-hour ferry ride.
At last, we are at our very last stop in the Philippines. I was really looking forward to visiting Coron because from what I heard from people I met in NIdo, it's supposed to be cheaper and nicer in general. And honestly, I have to agree with them. My biggest complaint about NIdo is that it was very expensive in comparison to other cities that we've visited, and there was a very clear divide between the town proper, where the tourists and visitors lived, and where the locals lived. It made the walk quite long if you wanted to venture out to eat and buy non-touristy items like carinderias and food market and etc. Coron is the only port that we had to pay on the exit. We were looking around and it seemed like we weren't the only ones confused because other backpackers were doing the same thing.
Where we're going? Made it!
Alright, so today we're going island hopping Coron and hopefully it doesn't rain. Wish us luck.
Oh my gosh! This is really exciting! After contemplating on which boat tour we should do, we were put into the super ultimate boat tour in Coron. We originally chose to go on Tour B, which had the Kayangan Lake and a coral garden as their main attraction, but the day came and there wasn't anyone else who signed up for the tour. We ended up doing the most expensive tour at a discount. At this point, I have gone on so many boats and ferries in the Philippines that I was really apprehensive. I took my motion sickness pill and really focused on looking out to the horizon to prevent getting seasick.
Yay, first stop.
First stop. The first stop of the day is Kayangan Lake. There's a small hike up and down the lake, and in between, you can peer into a cave and maybe take a picture at a very Instagrammable spot overlooking the Green Lagoon. Personally, I hate waiting in line for pictures. I never think it's worth it, so we didn't wait for that.
Wow, so nice here. So we made it. What's this lake called?
Kayangan Lake?
Kayangan Lake.
Gotta wear a life jacket because there's only 30% salt water. So, mandatory life jacket. Mine's all broken. Kinda sucks. That's okay. And yeah, if you come here, definitely wear bug spray.
Yeah.
Gotta do like a 700 step hike. Not a bad hike, just a bunch of stairs. And yeah.
It's not hard at all.
Yeah, like very nice. Oh, definitely wear bug spray.
And the water is so clear.
They told us not to bring goggles, which I think was not true. We definitely should have brought them.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe you guys can see underwater for us. Alright, time for our next stop.
The next stop we had was Barracuda Lake. It's cold. It's raining.
No drone shots from here.
No.
That's okay. Underwater only.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Even though it was raining, this is definitely one of my favorite spots from today. I'm familiar with this place because of the hundreds of videos online with people free diving here. I can't free dive myself, but seeing the very deep and crystal clear lake along with the limestone formation was breathtaking. Suroy decided to give free diving another try. Last time he tried was in Moalboal and he was having issues equalizing his ears. It was so much fun seeing him diving down and back up over and over again. The next stop is lunch, and thank goodness because I was getting so hungry. The food was very good and we were lucky to join a very nice group. It was nice to get to know them. Most were older people and they made us feel very welcome. We just finished lunch and now we quickly got out of there because there's so much mosquitoes, and we're kayaking and snorkeling. The next stop is Skeleton Wreck.
Alright, we're at Skeleton Wreck. Let's go free diving. Where's the shipwreck?
Watching Suroy freedive, getting deeper and deeper as he gets more and more used to it is so fun. It's really amazing to see what we can do if we have enough practice. Oh my gosh, there's snorkel mask. It's okay. But look at this! We're at the last stop.
Yay!
Oh man.
We survived!
We survived! Oh, I'm so tired. And my face has like permanent mask marks, but it's okay.
I got braille on my forehead from all the bites.
Oh yeah! Suroy has so much mosquito bites. I also do, but not on my face, thankfully. A little background information. I'm wearing these like cycling shorts or like legging shorts or something because I learned after 2 boat tours that my inner thighs chafe when I go swimming for a long time or spend the whole day like kicking in the water because my hips are narrow and my thighs are big. So 3rd time's a charm. I learned my lesson. I have to wear something that covers the inside of my thighs here and I should be good. We came from that boat over there, kayaked all the way here. Well, Suroy kayaked all the way here. And then, yeah, and then we're almost done. Okay, bye. For our last day here, we are hiking up Mount Tapyas, which is supposed to give the best sunset viewpoint in Coron. The climb up was just a little challenging, but definitely doable, especially if we go at a slower pace. The 721 steps up was definitely worth it with this view. Good morning.
Nice.
After almost 3 months in the Philippines, it's time to say goodbye. Our time here has had our ups and downs, but this experience will forever stay with us. We are so grateful to have experienced the Filipino culture and natural beauty, and we will definitely come back in the future since we didn't get to see everything. It's a bittersweet moment for me, but new adventures await. In the next video, we'll talk about our thoughts and opinions of the Philippines. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it, and follow along to watch where we go next.